Peace family, what's good? It's your man Ocean. We back at it. The freedom fight continue. Welcome to the OMN network. Well, we doing a little work today. We checking out this article that I ran across from Jeff Charles. He's from what I can tell, a right wing. I guess some kind of black guy. He might be black. He look person of color at least. You know what I mean? But either way it go, we take whoever writing this shit, we always gonna at least take it with a grain of salt if we don't disregard what they say totally. But I think it's an interesting, an interesting angle to come from on this situation and it's a true situation. Black people are not giving a fuck about the Democratic Party no more. So I'm gonna get straight into it to this article. It says the Democrats' problem keeping black voters is only getting worse, and it says opinion. Okay, so once upon a time in American politics, the Democratic Party enjoyed the overwhelming support of the black community. Left-leaning candidates routinely won over 90% of the black vote, and I think it's a beautiful thing that people are starting to wake up and to say that if we do come out and vote for you in droves like we do, what are we gonna get? What is the point of us putting our full everything behind you if we not gonna get anything in return? So I'm glad to see that it's a awakening going on. And another thing that I want to get ready to point out in this article, it's gonna be a lot of language that basically I'm speaking on the effectiveness of the new black media, the online black media, cause I'm sure I know I don't study this guy, but I'm sure he hasn't been talking like this for a while. But now he got a lot of aspects to this article that's being talking points from the new black media. So we're gonna see what all he getting into. But it says African Americans are becoming increasingly disillusioned with the Democratic Party, and this is no longer something you just hear in the barbershop or church pews. It's showing up at the polls in a significant way. A recent Washington Post news poll revealed that while African Americans will support Democrats by clear margin, the percentages have declined significantly. When asked which party they intended to support in the upcoming congressional elections, 79% chose Democrats, while 18% indicated that they would vote for a Republican candidate. And here's a tweet. This is the guy right here. This is Jeff Charles. He's the prophet Jeff Zaya on Twitter, I suppose. And it says a recent Washington Post ABC News poll of black voters showed that if the 2024 presidential election were held today, 70% would support Biden, while 23% would support Trump. And I think the last time that they ran, I think Trump got like 10% of the black vote. So that's a big increase. It says even more interesting were the responses when African Americans were asked if they would support President Joe Biden or former President Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election. If the 2024 presidential election was held today, about 70% of respondents indicated that they would vote for Biden, while fully 23% said they would support Trump, who won about 12%. Okay, so he won 12%. Who won about 12% of the black vote in the 2020 race. It says in 2 years President Biden has been in office, he has managed to double Trump's support with black voters. So that's a hell of a feat from sleepy, creepy Joseph Biden, dad of Hunter, to double another nigga support from black voters. So that means he lost 10%. If Trump doubled to 20%, then he lost 10% of the black vote just from being in office for 2 years. And that 10% black vote is very much crucial for the Democratic Party to remain whatever foothold that they thought they had, or whatever ground that they thought they got on the political dichotomy, the political landscape of things. 10% is a crucial number for them to be losing. They can't afford to lose 10%, is what I'm saying. The fact of the matter is that the left is losing its hold on the black and Hispanic voters. Of course, he was gonna throw the Hispanic voters in here. They can't never just everything black. It's always gotta be somewhat. Even in an article like this, they gotta make sure that they mix it up a little bit and throw somebody else in there. It says the Democratic Party has shown that it is unable or unwilling to address the concerns of average black Americans. That's what I mean when I was saying that he was gonna get into some of the stuff what the black media, your Professor Black Truths and people, some of the main ideas of their messages is you're not the well-being of black Americans and the progress of black Americans is the least most important thing to the Democratic Party, which is totally stupid because black Americans are the most important and the most loyal, you know what I'm saying, unit to the Democratic Party. So it's stupid for us to not even be considered when it's time to divvy out whatever the government is giving out. So it says, worse, the left has been actively alienating what has historically been one of its most cherished voting bases, voting blocks, whether it's on crime or immigration or the economy. But you didn't say that key word, did you, my boy? Reparations. Oh, we're going to get it in there and we're going to fit it now. It says whether it's on crime, immigration, or the economy, but no, reparations. Whether it's on crime, immigration, or the economy, top concerns for black Americans, the Democrats have been falling short, especially on that reparations joint. Again and again. The positions they take, defund the police, open the border. Yeah, we do want to defund the police because the police ain't hitting on shit, but that's a whole nother situation that we'll get into on later, maybe even later today, but not right now. Open the border and welcome migrants. Yeah, we done with all the immigrants and the migrants coming in. That don't help us at all. That don't help our situation at all. We can't even get the basic necessities that we need before you bring somebody else over here and let them skip the line and get ahead of us in line. So yes, I agree with him on that. The climate extremism that raises the price of everyday goods seems to conflict directly with the interests of our community. So he's saying our community. I wonder how long he been saying our community. I don't know. I'm not gonna accuse him or not accuse him. I'm just gonna leave it right there. This is especially true when it comes to black men. Yes, the war is black. They see that the war on black men has been failing, but it's definitely been a long and drawn out war on black men to not only physically eliminate us physically, but to eliminate the weight and the effectiveness of us going to the poll. Even though I don't think that we should go to the poll to something tangible on the table, but the end point of the immigrants and the migrants that's what it's for, to kind of null and void the black male vote and the black vote, period. But it says this is especially true when it comes to black men and when it comes up to those who represent the Democrats take to scolding the people they have left behind. Yes, this is very true. They send their pundits out, they send their Democrat shields out, and they just, that in the media, these news anchors and stuff, and everybody think they got a right to talk down to black men and black people and tell us what we need to do and what we need to expect, and that we need to just be thankful for the little crumbs that we do get. So that come from everybody. That come from black women on up, and some black men too. So, but definitely that's a situation that we in, and it says, and it only exacerbates the situation. No one wants to be lectured. I definitely don't, especially not by rich pundits and politicians who don't have our best interests at heart. As Dr. Jason Nichols revealed, black men feel that they are spoken about by Democrats rather than spoken to, which is true. It would not be surprising to see a wide swath of black voters change sides in November's midterm elections. Many likely remember doing much better under Biden's predecessor and seek to alleviate the economic woes that have arisen under this president's administration. But an even larger group of African Americans will probably sit this one out without supporting either party. And yes, that's part of the constituency that I'm in. I'm not going out to vote for neither one of these candidates until they put something that's tangibly beneficial to the group of black people. Not black men, not black women, not black gay people, not black children, black people as a whole. Because that's the game that they've been playing for so long. It's one of the games. They play so many games. But one of the games that they play is definitely divide and conquer. We can separate you into this group. Y'all women, y'all men, y'all boys who think y'all girls who think y'all all this goddamn shit. No. When we say reparations for black people, that mean, nigga, if you black and your bloodline go back to the killing fields and the slave field, then that's you. Whatever your sexual orientation is or whatever you thought you was, no, you black first. If you don't get it. But it says, let me see. This presents an immense opportunity for the GOP to finally start making inroads with black Americans. Indeed, it will be the height of stupidity for the former party of Lincoln to bypass the prospect of engaging with African Americans at the local, state, and federal levels. I think they would try to. I think it makes sense. It's an opening. It's wide open right now for whoever, whatever candidate, whatever party I meant to say. It could be the independent party, but if you come talking the correct language that black people need to hear, then I think you got leeway to move in on the black vote. Whatever. Democrat, Republican, it don't matter the party. Because the bipartisan system is all bullshit anyway. So basically the vote is for sale. And we've been saying that. And more people are catching on to that whole situation right there. That this black vote as a whole should be for sale to the highest bidder. You can't keep threatening us. Thank you, Professor. No, not Professor Black Truth. Thank you, Jason Black. You can't threaten us with vote for me or I'm not gonna get reelected. So who gives a fuck? Don't get reelected then. But we not gonna put everybody behind you as a dedicated voting block unless we got tangibles on the table. It said, fortunately, there are some positive signs that the Republican Party is finally waking up to this reality. There are a record number of black conservatives running for Congress this year, many of whom could win their races. The Republican National Committee is beginning to lay the groundwork for black outreach. I don't think it should be that hard. Just reach the fuck out, nigga. Tell us what we want to hear. But the caveat, the GOP must not make the mistake of believing that it is a short-term undertaking. It takes decades to the point where Republicans could barely win 10% of the black vote, and it would take time to reestablish its relationship with black America. This will not be a marathon, this will be a marathon and not a sprint. If Republicans are willing to make a concerted effort over the long term, they will begin to see the returns they desire. Jeff Charles is this nigga. Okay, so like I told you, that article had a very much right-wing spin on it. But I still thought it was interesting to the fact that, you know, it spoke some truths in there about where the black people are coming from. It wasn't 100% accurate in everything that he said because it's some you know, a couple wishy-washy statements in there that I won't take time right now at this point in time to pick apart, but I will say that I can agree with at least about 60% of the sentiment that was in his article besides the oh, come on, let's go and join the Republican Party. We ain't gonna take it that far. No, we open to negotiation from any party. So basically, I can dig it. I'm not. I can dig it. I can dig what Jeff Charles coming from on this one. But like I said, he definitely is a super right wing guy. So we gonna definitely take everything with a grain of salt. Grain of salt, like I stated it previously. But what I want you to do is, first of all, if you made it this far, like, subscribe, share my shit. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. But yeah, also leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about this mass exodus from the Democratic Party that's going on. I see it. That's what I see it as, a mass exodus. And let me know if you think that we should just all turn Republicans all of a sudden, or do you think that it should be a open negotiation to the highest bidder? Let me know how you feel about this subject, man. It's your boy Ocean, man. OMN Network. Come back again. We'll do this again. I very much appreciate it. We out.